Self-sufficient, self-reliant living. You need to make some money, but how? The answer is one of the most frequent questions I get asked is, how do you make money from home? When it comes to making money, most people are stuck in the traditional, conventional job, J-O-B, kind of thinking. You know, where you go to work in exchange time for money. Here's the deal. Today, not having a traditional job is easier than it has ever been. Maybe you live in a big city or in the suburbs, or you live out in the country. Maybe you have a job, a great job, a job you like. Awesome. So why start a home business? 1, less commute time. You work at home, maybe in your pajamas, not commuting by car, truck, train, bus, whatever, to a job. 2, flexible income. You can scale up and work more. You can scale down and work less as needed. 3, flexible hours. No 9 to 5 job. Maybe you like starting early. You want the afternoon off to spend time with kids. You have options. If you would like more reasons why you should work from home, ask me in the comments. Ordinary, everyday, normal people like us making money on their own terms. Thousands and thousands of people are quietly doing it. Because of technology available today, you can create your own life. You can be your own boss. One of our home businesses is chicken eggs. And we kind of got started in the chicken egg business by accident. We moved to our homestead, and Sherry wanted chickens for our own eggs. She wanted to have about 8 chickens and hens, and we would have our own eggs for us to eat, fresh farm eggs. So I built this cool, nice little red and white chicken coop, put it right in our front yard, and we got 8 chickens. And the funny thing is, one of the hens ended up being a rooster. So we had a rooster with our hens. For Christmas that year, I got Sherry one of those styrofoam tabletop little giant incubators. And shortly after that, we incubated our first batch of eggs, and we were kind of hooked on that then. So we ended up with all kinds of chickens. I've built more coops, and we started selling the chicken eggs for eating. There isn't a lot of money in chicken eggs for eating eggs. $3.50 a dozen for farm fresh eggs by the time you add up the food and all the other costs in it. So we got into selling eggs online on eBay and locally. I bought a bigger incubator. We started hatching chicks, and that's how we got into the home business of selling chicken eggs and chicks. Sherry brought home some silky chicks, and I thought, what are we gonna do with these little fluff balls? And they are actually our best seller. So who would have known that? This year we've got guineas. They're tick-eating machines. And it was an accidental home business. We never intended to do that. It just happened. So always be open-minded about what you might be able to do. Some things just end up happening and fall in your lap. So we never intended to sell chicken eggs and chicks, and now that's one of our primary businesses. Hey, maybe the business won't make you rich. After all, that really isn't the point. The point is working from home and being self-sufficient and self-reliant. Being happy. In my opinion, the last thing you want to do is trade a traditional job for its stay-at-home, making yourself crazy and working yourself to death business. Your time is more valuable than money. Being happy is the goal. Being self-sufficient and self-reliant. Hey, we all have spare time. Yes, you do. So you can start a home business doing something you enjoy with the thought of growing it to a few $100s a month. Hey, and who knows? Maybe it will turn into something more, but that's not necessary. So, how do you start a home business? 1, what are you good at? What talent were you born with? 2, what skills have you acquired? What have you learned to do? And 3, most important, what are you passionate about? What do you love more than anything? Take these 3 things and think about what business you might do from home. What I suggest for a long-term goal is to create several small home businesses. Rinse and repeat until you have 3, 4, 5 small businesses, each making a few $100s a month. Not putting all your eggs in one basket. That way, if one business doesn't do so great, it's not a big deal because you have other home businesses to balance things out. Hey, and if one business does great, that's awesome. There are no shortcuts and it will take time. Today is the perfect day to start a home business. Being self-sufficient and self-reliant and a part-time home business is perfect. The goal is being happy. How will you be self-sufficient? What home business will you start?